Hey baby, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, why?
Well, you just seem to be being quite short with your answers. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you at home?
Why do you want to know?
I just know that it's your day off today, and I was wondering what you were doing. I thought maybe I could get off work a little bit earlier and maybe come see you and we could go out or something. Maybe have a date night.
Oh, well, I'm not at home, so I don't think that we can do that.
Oh, where are you?
Out.
Out? Anywhere specific?
No, I just wanted some time alone.
Really? Are you sure that's what you're doing?
Yes, I'm sure that's what I'm doing. Why are you doubting me? Do you honestly not trust me that much? Geez, talk about an unhealthy relationship if you can't even trust me to go out and have a little bit of me time.
Yeah, it's just I'm sitting in the car outside the house and I can clearly see that your car is still in the drive, but so is a strange car I've never seen before. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but we didn't have any handyman workers or whatever kind of people coming over today that I know about. So, whose car is it?
Wait, you said you'd be home in a little bit. Not that you were home now.
Is that a problem?
No, actually, it isn't. The car is Daphne's. It's her new one, and she asked me if she could park it here for a while, whilst her drive is being repaved.
Well, that's a coincidence, isn't it?
What is?
Well, I stopped by Daphne's house on the way over. I needed to give Steve some of his tools that I borrowed, and her drive was perfectly fine. No one was working on it or anything, and she never mentioned getting a new car at all. Strange, isn't it?
Fine then. You want the truth? Why don't you come and see it for yourself?
I'd rather you tell me the truth, to be honest. It's the least you owe me.
Fine. The truth is that right now I'm upstairs, in the bedroom with my boyfriend.
Uh-huh, and is this a one-off thing, or have you done this before?
This is definitely not a one-off thing. I've been seeing Justin for months now. And you didn't have any idea at all, lol. I finally found my true soulmate.
You've found your soulmate?
Yeah. I met him in one of the clubs that I went to with my friends about 6 months ago. We really hit it off from the moment we met. We danced all night and even spent the night together. Since then, we haven't been able to stay away from one another. We've been sneaking around, meeting each other either here or at his or at a hotel. It's been quite fun, really. He's so much better than you. He's fun, adventurous, and very handsome.
Uh-huh, I see.
Is that all you've got to say? I've been cheating on you for months now, and you can't even be bothered to argue with me about it? How pathetic are you?
Well, why would I want to argue and plead with a woman who clearly has no remorse over what she's done to me? You don't care that you've broken my heart or that you just completely destroyed all faith and trust I ever had in you, and that it's probably very likely that I won't be able to trust another woman for a very long time. So why would I want to plead for you to repent for what you've done and stay with me? For all I know, you could just turn around and find someone else to cheat on me with.
Well, I mean, have you met you? I don't think anyone would blame me if I did.
And why's that? I haven't done anything wrong to you, ever. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've been a very good and loving husband. I often bring you little gifts and things that you like and try my hardest to make sure that you're happy. So why would people not blame you for cheating on me?
Well, yeah, you might do all of that, but let's face it, it's quite a sappy thing to do.
Huh?
Yeah, like, it's nice every now and then, but the fact that you're always nice and kind and thoughtful is kind of annoying, actually. It always makes me feel like I'm not putting in enough effort into the relationship or something like that. And you know what?
What?
Sometimes it would be nice to have an argument, to not feel like a perfectly happy couple all the time. It just gets so boring. I can't deal with it.
So, because you can't deal with the fact that I'm a good person and a nice husband, you decided to cheat on me? Would you rather I argue with you over the smallest and stupidest of things? Constantly berating you and never putting your feelings and thoughts first? Because that's just something I can't do. I'm a nice person and I like to spoil my wife because I love her. I don't want to be arguing with her all the time. That just doesn't sound like a good or healthy relationship to me. And it's definitely not something that I would want to be a part of.
And that's what makes you so boring. I need some fire in my relationship. Someone who will challenge me. You're just not that person, so I had to go and find someone who would be able to do that for me, whether you like it or not.
Well then, good for you. I'll chuck all of your stuff in the front yard tomorrow for you to come and get it. As for right now, you and your boyfriend can get dressed and get out of my house. Like, right now.
Huh? What do you mean, your house? This house is mine. I'm the woman, so I should get the house if we split up. That's just the way that things work, so you need to deal with it.
No, actually, it isn't how things work.
Yes, it is. I live in this house, so it's mine.
I pay all the bills and the mortgage, so it's actually mine.
What? That's not true. It doesn't matter who pays the mortgage. The house is always the woman's property.
Nope, because I have physical financial evidence that I've been paying for the house, and the fact that the contract is in my name, I get the house. And I get to decide who stays in it and who doesn't. And surprisingly, you're not someone that I want in my house anymore, so either get your things together and move them out yourself, or I'll just chuck them into the street, okay?
What? Why are you being like this? Why are you being so apathetic? You should be fighting to keep me, not helping me move out. I thought you loved me.
Yeah, well, lately, I've just found myself not wanting to be around you. You're horrible on a daily basis towards me, and you keep disrespecting me no matter what I do. It's never good enough for you. I don't want someone like that in my life. Not to mention that you're incredibly selfish and self-centered. I just can't stand your childish behavior anymore. I mean, it's like trying to deal with a toddler.
But
You leaving is probably the best thing that can happen for me.
fine then. I will leave. And when you come begging for me to take you back, you better hope I'm in a forgiving mood.
I have a lot more self-respect than to do something like that. Especially to someone like you. I deserve someone who actually wants to be with me. Not someone who's gonna cheat on me the second they get bored.
Well then, you might have to work on how interesting you are if you don't want women to cheat on you. Just saying.
Whatever, May. I'm done talking to you now. I'm gonna go, so please don't bother trying to text me again. I don't want to hear anything that you have to say. I'll leave for an hour, and by the time I get back, you better be gone from my house, along with your boyfriend. You can come back tomorrow to collect the rest of your stuff, but for tonight, you only have an hour, so get what you think you'll need.
God, you are such an asshole. Fine then, I'll take what I can, but you better not touch anything else until I can get it tomorrow.
Trust me, I don't want any of your rubbish.
Whatever. I'm going now. Oh, hello. Is this Felix?
Yes, this is Felix. I'm sorry, but your number isn't in my phone. Who is this?
It's me.
I'm sorry, I recently got a new phone and haven't had a chance to transfer all my contacts over.
Oh, it's your wife.
Sophie?
No, it's May. Hi.
Oh. May, why are you messaging me?
Well, I was just wanting to check in. It has been 3 years.
Yes, it has been quite a while.
How have you been?
I've been doing well, thank you. And you?
Not too bad. It's been a bit strange and different without you, though.
Well, that was your choice. You had every option to be with me and to be happy, but you chose not to do that.
Yeah. I guess I did. But still, you must have missed me as well, right? You can't actually live without me, I'm guessing, as I'm kind of unforgettable. But don't worry, I won't make you beg or anything to take me back. I'm willing to just forget about everything that happened all those years ago and go back to how we were. I think I would quite like a man to treat me right again, to shower me with love and gifts and just be generally nice and safe. I've missed having someone dependable like that in my life. Like you.
What are you going on about, May? I thought you were living with your soulmate now.
Yeah, I am. I was. We kind of broke up.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it still doesn't explain why you're messaging me.
Well, we broke up because he was cheating on me, and I don't know, it left me feeling truly awful. Like, I thought we were so happy, so why did he do that to me?
I couldn't say.
It really messed me up for a little while and made me lose all trust in men. Plus, with him gone, I had to get a job of my own in order to continue paying the rent on the apartment I am living in and all of the other bills as well. It just got me thinking about how I had pretty much done the same to you and how terrible you must have felt. How it probably damaged you and your faith in women. So I wanted to apologize, and I thought that maybe we could give us another go? Yeah, I hear you're doing really well in your work as well, and that you've been promoted to a really high position in the company. Obviously, I know that this means that you're being paid quite a nice wage. So, with your salary, we could have a lot of fun and make up for lost time. Plus, I would be able to quit my job and go back to being a housewife again. I was much happier doing that than I am working in this fast food place. So, what do you say?
No thanks.
Huh? Come on. You can't say that we didn't have a good time together. It felt like we were in love. So, at least let's give it a chance.
Sorry, I'm a married person.
Huh? What do you mean you're married? How could you do that to me?
Do what to you? We weren't even together for the last 3 years.
That doesn't matter. You should have waited for me to come back, if I chose to, and pinned over me for the rest of your life. Not gone and married some other woman. Besides, how is it even possible that you're married? I don't remember signing any divorce papers. That means that your marriage is not legal.
I'd send the papers to you within the first 3 months of finding out you were cheating on me. You signed them all saying that you didn't want to be married to such a sap anyway. It's not my fault if you forgot that you did that.
No, that's not fair. It doesn't count.
May, after all these years, you still haven't changed. You don't care about me or my happiness, you just want someone to pay your way through life whilst you do whatever you want. I don't want to get back together with you, and I never will. I'm incredibly happy now, and I've even married someone new, so there is no chance that I'm gonna ruin my relationship with her for you. She's amazing and sweet and really great. I'm not gonna mess that up. Not to mention that she loves the fact that I bring her little presents and that I'm a loving and kind husband. She thinks it's one of the best things about me, actually.
But what about me?
You've got what you want, don't you? You're free to live your life without the annoyance of an annoying husband and his 2 kind ways. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
But I've changed my mind. I don't want that anymore. It's boring and lonely.
Well, that's your problem, I'm afraid. I've moved on. I suggest you try and do the same as well.
But no other man that I've been with these last few years has even come close to treating me the way that you did. They don't get me little gifts just to cheer me up if I've had a bad day. They don't get me flowers just because they thought they looked pretty and that I would like them. And they definitely don't seem to care about what I'm feeling if I'm not feeling my best. They just tell me to stop being so moody. I want our relationship back.
You lost our relationship with me the moment you made the choice to actively go out and look for another man to cheat on me with. I know my worth, May, and I know that I deserve to be with someone who appreciates what I do and how I treat them. You simply couldn't appreciate me, so you just lost me. That's all there is to it. Now, I'm gonna go, May. Please don't contact me again. Goodbye, May. After that, May did try to contact me again, and she even messaged my wife over social media, but we both told her to stop harassing us lest we get the police involved, and that she would never have a chance to get back together with me again, as me and Sophie were happily married and plan on staying that way for the rest of our lives. Not long after that, May stopped messaging me, and I haven't heard from her since. The last I heard, she was still working at the fast food place. As for me, I'm happily married and adore my wife. She's honestly the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I count myself incredibly lucky to have met Sophie when I did. Our relationship is going strong, and we're even expecting a baby. I honestly couldn't think of anything better in life than to have a loving family who I can shower with love for the rest of my life. It just goes to show that you should never take those you love for granted, as you never know what you might lose if you're not careful.
Carla, where's my makeup? I swear, Mom told you to buy me that list of stuff I left you. So, the fact that you haven't gone and got it really just shows how stupid you actually are. I mean, I was right there when Mom told you to make sure you got my makeup from the shops because I need it for my photo shoot. There's no excuse for you to not have done it.
Actually, there is. I've been really busy at work, and I literally have only just got back from a grueling 10-hour shift. I also have to be up and at my second job in around 4 hours, so I really don't have time to do any chores for you, at all.
Like I said, you have no excuse. Just because you're tired doesn't mean that you can skip out on your chores. I need that makeup, so that means you have to go and get it.
How could you needing makeup be more important than me getting a little bit of sleep before I have to go and get ready for my second job? I work incredibly hard every day to earn a little bit of money, and all I ask is to be able to catch a couple of hours of sleep before moving on to my next job. I don't want to be made to go and get some trivial thing that you want. If you want something, then you need to go and get it yourself.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what I'm going to be doing. I need the perfect makeup tonight so that I can look my best and hottest to impress the guys at the club. I'm going out with my girlfriends tonight, and I really need to be the best looking one there. I especially want to be Tanya. She really annoyed me last week, so I need to upstage her a little bit. So, tell me, how can a silly little bit of sleep be more important than me looking the best I possibly can? This is a really fun evening I've got planned tonight, so you need to stop whatever stupid thing it is that you are doing and go and get my makeup. Make sure you get the peach lipstick and the right colored foundation. It needs to really match my skin tone. It can't be even a shade lighter, otherwise I'll make you take it back. The rest of the stuff is on the list. And be quick! I'm almost finished with my outfit, and I don't want to be waiting around forever for my makeup. Oh, and also, whilst you're at it, I need you to do my ironing and clean my room whilst I'm gone.
What? Why do you suddenly need me to clean your room?
Well, duh, it's dirty. That's why you need to clean it.
What?
Well, when people simply live, they always create a lot of mess. You know, dirty laundry, old cups and plates and stuff. Not to mention the fact that there's a bunch of other stuff in there cluttering the space up, and also something really smells. So you're not only going to have to tidy everything up for me, but you're going to need to do a full detox of the room. I mean, hoover, bleach any mold, scrub the carpets of stains, stuff like that.
But that's ridiculous. Drew, there's no way that I have time to do all of that. I mean, cleaning your room to that extent will literally take hours. That's time that I don't have because I need to be at work soon.
Well, that's too bad. You need to clean my room first. Cleaning my room is your first priority, so if you don't get it done, then you can't go to work.
That's so stupid. As if I'm going to miss work just to clean your room. I mean, I could lose my job if I do that. Or at least get written up for being late. It's not going to happen. Besides, you made the mess in your room so you can clean it up.
No, I don't want to do that. I hate tidying, so I'm not going to. Anyway, Mom said that if you were going to live with us, then you needed to do all the household chores, which includes cleaning my room.
No, it doesn't. I agreed to help out around the house and do the tidying in the main rooms, like the kitchen and the living room and stuff, but I never agreed to clean your room. That wasn't a part of the deal.
Well, the deal's changed. If you want to stay in this house, then you need to earn your keep, which includes tidying my room and doing pretty much whatever I tell you to. LOL.
I have important things to do, Drew. I'm not going to waste my time cleaning your pigsty of a room when you're the one who messed it up in the first place. You're just going to have to deal with it.
Look, you just need to face the facts that I am helping you out here.
Oh yeah? And how are you doing that?
Well, with your skill set and your looks, you're really not going to amount to much. Practicing to be a maid is really the best you can hope for. I'm just giving you the training so that you can get a job.
Hang on. How can you say that? I am incredibly smart, so I know that I can actually do something with my life. Plus, what do you mean I don't have the looks for it? I think I look perfectly fine.
Look, why are you getting so upset? It's only the truth. You weren't blessed with the same good looks that I was. I mean, just look at the jobs that you do. Bartending and janitor work at that college. They're pathetic jobs for a pathetic person. It's the only thing you could do. Because of your less than stellar looks, you just have to use manual labor to get by in life. So, it was like you were destined to be a maid, LOL. Whereas I can get anything I want with just a click of my fingers, simply because of how beautiful I am.
You really think a lot of yourself, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? I'm pretty and I know it. There's nothing wrong with that. You're clearly just jealous that I'm better looking than you, and so I can get by in life easier than you. I mean, who needs hard work when you've got beauty?
Well, you know what they say. Beauty is fleeting.
Not mine. I'll just get whatever work I need to get done as the years go by to maintain my youthful appearance.
And how will you afford that then? Plastic surgery isn't cheap, you know.
Well, duh. I know that, but I don't need to worry because by that point, I'll be rich and famous, so I'll be able to afford all of the surgeries and special treatments I need in order to remain looking young.
You can't be serious.
Of course I am, so hurry up and get what I need already.
I'm just not going to listen to you anymore. I've got work to focus on, and I am not going to be your personal maid or whatever. If you want stuff for tonight, then you need to go and get it yourself. As for your room, well, you're a grown woman, so I think you can handle cleaning up your own mess, don't you?
Well, I don't want to clean it up. And if you don't do what I tell you to, then I'll tell Mom on you.
Jeez, what are you, 9? You're really going to tell Mom on me simply because I won't go to the shop for you? Which is something that you are completely capable of doing by yourself, by the way.
Yes, I will tell her, and she will be super mad at you because she told you to go and get my stuff and you haven't.
I can't deal with you right now, Drew. I need to get my sleep and you're not helping. So I'm going to have my nap before I have to get up to work again, unlike you.
Fine. If that's how you're going to act, don't say I didn't warn you.
Carla, how dare you act like that to your sister? Carla!
Mom? What's up? I was just having a quick nap before I went to work. Is everything okay?
If your sister tells you to do something, then you need to do it. She told you to go to the shop for her, and yet you haven't. It's ridiculous. You can't just ignore me or your sister when we tell you to do something, you know. If you want to live in my house, then you need to follow my rules, and rule number 1 is that you always do what you are told. Understand?
Oh my god. I can't believe Drew actually told on me to you. How childish can she get?
It's not childish. She told me what you were doing because you wouldn't listen to her. So naturally, the next step is to come to me so that I can get you to do what you're told. As your mother, you have to listen to me.
Not when what you're asking of me is completely ridiculous, I don't.
What? Of course you do. I'm your mother. That means I naturally have control over you.
No one has control over me. I'm a 21-year-old woman who has been taking care of herself for years now. I have 2 jobs that I work for my income, and I am more than old enough to make decisions on my own, and one of those decisions is whether or not I listen to you when you're going on about ridiculous things. Me not going to the shop during some of the only free time I actually have
really shouldn't have been made into this massive farce that it has. I mean, I do pretty much all of the chores around the house, and Drew does nothing. Do you know how tiring it is to constantly be working? Any free time that I actually get to myself, I would like to spend it relaxing if I'm able to.
Well, that's just too bad then, isn't it? If your stupid jobs are more important to you than helping out your family, then you need to learn to prioritize properly. I won't let you skip out on your chores. Or are you really that incompetent that you can't actually manage your time properly?
But I don't have time to do all of the house chores and get to my work in time. I need both of my jobs in order to earn the money I do so that I can hopefully move out soon. I mean, you don't want me living with you forever, do you?
Of course I don't. But I also want you to do all of the chores. So you're just going to have to figure something out, aren't you?
With what time? I have literally no time to do all of the housework between my other two jobs.
Well, you're just going to have to make time. If you don't do all of the chores in the house, then I'll make sure to come to both of your jobs and create such a scene that you get fired from them. I will then kick you out of my house, and you will have to find your own way from there on out.
Hang on a minute. You wouldn't actually leave me homeless and without my work, would you?
That's what I just said, isn't it?
But you can't do that. You're my mom. You're supposed to help me and encourage me to try and make a life for myself, not threaten me with homelessness.
Well, tough. Those are my terms. Either you do the chores you're given, or you leave my house. You don't pay anything towards it, so this is the way that you can earn your keep.
I pay rent. You know I do. I give you like $300 a month towards rent and bills. Drew is the one who doesn't pay anything. She just lives here rent-free whilst taking up all of your money so that she can go out and buy the things she wants, like clothes and makeup and stuff. She doesn't work, so she literally just drains you of all of your money.
Drew works. She works at the little corner shop down the street.
No, she doesn't. She was fired from there like 3 months ago. She was stealing money from the till, and she would take bottles of alcohol and bring them back home with her. She's lucky the place didn't press charges for the thefts. They had every right to. Instead, they fired her and made her pay back everything she owed them, which I have no clue how she is doing as, like I said, she's not working anywhere at the minute.
Honestly, Carla, for you to come up with such a horrible lie about your sister just to try and make yourself look better is ridiculous. Drew would never steal from anyone. They probably fired her because they were jealous of her or something. She is very pretty. You know how people can get about things like that. I mean, just look at you.
What do you mean, look at you?
Well, you're so jealous of your sister that you're making up lies about her integrity and trying to put her in my bad books. That screams that you're insecure about her and that you're jealous of her. It's kind of pathetic, really.
I'm not jealous of Lucy.
Uh-huh, sure. And I'm guessing that you're also not envious that she doesn't have to work 2 menial jobs just to get by in life, huh? Look, you can keep trying to fool yourself if you want, but you're not fooling me. Anyway, like I said before, if you want to continue living in my house, then you need to do all of the chores that I tell you to do. Got it?
Fine, but it's only because I literally have nowhere else to go at the minute. The minute I'm able to leave, then I will, and I definitely won't be coming back.
Sounds great to me. However, whilst you are still living under my roof, you need to get Drew's things and tidy her room. Also, the dishwasher needs doing. There's a load of laundry that still needs washing, and you need to hoover the entire house, because I think it's feeling a little dirty. I want that all done by tonight.
That's a load of things. I won't be able to do all of that before my shift starts.
Well, that's not my problem. If you can't get it done before work, then you'll just have to do it once you've finished, regardless of how late it is.
You know what? Fine, I'll get it done, but just know that you can't push me around forever. You'll regret this soon.
Keep it up with an attitude like that, and I'll find you a lot more chores to do.
Whatever.
Carla, where are you? You need to manage the dishes and do the shopping for your sister. Don't waste time. Be quick.
I'm done with this.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean that I am no longer going to hang around and let you bully me like you and Drew have been doing for pretty much my entire life. I am not okay with how you are treating me, and I am not going to let it go on for any longer.
And what are you going to do about it, huh? You've got nowhere else to go.
Haven't I?
What? No? You haven't? You said so yourself.
Yeah, that was before I finished getting my college degree. Now that I've done that, I am finally able to move out.
Hang on. College? You never went to college. We never had the money for it.
No, we didn't have the money to send me to college, which is why I came up with a plan with the dean of the local community college. In exchange for free lessons, I worked as the school's janitor, doing all of the cleaning and tidying. It was incredibly difficult and tiring work, but I was willing to do it as it meant that I was getting a higher education, which would help me out in the long run.
But you can't do that. I never said that you could.
I don't care what you have or haven't said. There was no way that I wasn't going to do that work in exchange for lessons. Because of that deal that I made, I've actually been able to finish my degree in business, and I've even invented my own product. I've started my own online company, and it's starting to really take off.
But that's not fair. Besides, even if you have done that, there's no way that you can move out. You still need to live somewhere, so you still have to follow my rules.
Not true, actually.
What?
I've already moved out.
Huh?
I've already packed all of my stuff up, and I've moved into my new home. I got to know one of the girls really well on the course, and so we decided to rent an apartment together after we finished uni. The only reason I didn't do this sooner is because I was trying to save as much money as possible by living at home during college. But now I can finally move out and be happy.
Hang on. You can't just move out like that. You never told me you were going? Also, who's going to do all of the house chores now? This is just unfair.
No. What's unfair is you thinking that you can boss me around and get me to do all of your chores and treat me like a cheap maid. Well, the joke's on you now, because I'm gone. I've got my degree and I've moved out. And like I told you before, I'm never coming back. I don't deserve any of the rubbish that you've put me through, and I'm going to make sure that I never have to deal with you again.
But you can't do that. I am your mother. You have to have contact with me. You have to do what I say.
No, actually, I don't. I'm an adult, so I can make my own decisions, including who I want in my life and who I don't want in it. And not so surprisingly, you're one of the people I really don't want in my life. You and Drew. You're both horrible people. I mean, to treat me in such a way that you make me feel worthless? I'm your daughter and you treated me like a maid. I didn't see you doing the same to Drew either. She gets away with everything and you don't care. And yet you treat me like rubbish. Well, not anymore. I'm gone. And I'm not telling you where, and after this, I'm never contacting you again.
Hang on. Surely we could talk about this.
No. You had every chance to talk to me and treat me like an actual daughter, and you chose not to. I'm not hanging around just for you to try and steal all of my money and continue to treat me in such an awful way. Goodbye, Wendy. Please don't message me again, as I won't respond.
Carla, I am your mother. Listen to me now. Carla?
Just like I said, I cut all contact with my mom and Drew after that message. I moved in with my friend, which I am absolutely loving, and focused on getting my online business fully functional and operational. It's really kicked off, and I'm doing brilliantly. My salary has recently gone up as well, meaning that I no longer have to work my 2 jobs in order to afford to live. I seriously can't wait to see how my life is going to go from here on out, and whilst I might not have my family anymore, I know that I'm able to meet new people and make a new family, one that I can choose and who will treat me right. The last I heard about my mom and Drew, the two had a massive falling out. Mom quickly came to realize that she couldn't afford the rent and bills herself, as I had moved out and stopped paying my $200 rent, and she asked Drew to chip in. Of course, Drew refused, and the two ended up arguing before Mom kicked Drew out of the house. Not long after that, though, Mom also lost the house as she couldn't afford the rent any longer. Sometimes, karma is the best revenge in life.